Jeff, you know what my favorite kind of quick look is?
What is your favorite kind of quick look, Patrick?
Puzzle quick looks, because there's no way to look stupid
Great.
when you're under pressure with another human being and an audience watching you play a game.
Yeah, I'm going to pepper you with questions about this thing that I know absolutely nothing about, while you attempt to show it properly.
Yeah, that sounds like that's in quotes. Yeah, this is Closure. It's closing out the Spring Fever.
Very
on
nice.
PSN.
That's nicely done. Really, that's wow.
Yeah, you know what? Let's just end this quick look.
Yeah.
So
all right. Thanks.
that's
Closure's
Closure.
available now. Not gonna get any better than that.
This was a game that was part of the IGF. I want to say 3 years ago. Same year that Limbo was part of the IGF.
Okay. So it's been kicking around for kind of a long time.
Yeah, started as a Flash game. I'm pretty sure you can go online, and if you go, I think probably Newgrounds is where a lot of these games, that's where Super Meat Boy started.
Right, yeah.
If you go to that site, you can find the original Flash game. Has a very similar visual look, but you know, not nearly as many puzzles, and even the puzzles
Right.
that are there have been kind of totally overhauled. But the basic concept is light and dark, and you manipulating the environment in order to solve some seemingly simple puzzles that are, of course, not simple at all.
So what is this? Is this crystal ball you're picking up and walking around with, or?
There are different ways to manipulate the light. Sometimes there'll be switches or lamps that you can turn around, but mostly you're kind of carrying around these little.
Okay, so that's a light source. Then.
So you'll see there is there's something you can jump on here, but if you get rid of it,
Okay. Yeah.
it doesn't
well,
exist
that's-
anymore.
Yeah.
And so these spots don't exist anymore.
Okay.
And so what's neat about this game is that, yeah, there are sort of predetermined ways, or X number of predetermined ways to solve a puzzle, but the environment is manipulated in real time.
Okay.
To the point that, when you're adjusting the different lights, you can get some real minutia in terms of how you're manipulating how these platforms work. So we'll go to some of the early ones, because the ones that I have gotten to at the end of this first world are really fucking tough. So 3 different worlds. I think there's like 24 levels for each, and it's taken me about 2-3 hours to get through the first world. So there's quite a bit here.
And what is your goal in each? How do you solve the puzzle?
You're just trying to get through the door.
Okay.
Just trying to get the door. There are also like little moths that are running around that are kind of extra things you can catch and feed into trophies and things like that. But
What just happened? You got that gem and
Yeah.
became a head crab
I think
guy?
I'm a miner. I think I'm in a factory. I'm pretty sure the factory is the first set of stages.
Okay.
Which is the set of stages I'm still in. So you also have these boxes. And some of the boxes, some of them have lights in them, some of them don't. So this one I can move around. And so then the world, stuff changes as you're moving it around.
Yeah.
And if you do something that you're unhappy with, you just hit select.
Go right back.
Starts over. And once you have done something, the game has determined that now the puzzle is unsolvable. It will bring up a select prompt. So you can see futzing around if you want to, but the game is telling you,
Like, hey,
you
you're
have
done.
broken the level to the point that you need to kind of start over. Let's see.
Good that it knows that.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll move this one over. And then there are some gaps that you'll discover as you go along are just straight up gaps in the
Right.
world. But you see the flickering? So the flickering is where it gets really interesting, because that's a lot of the stuff where you are determining those spots, and
it's like if that's still a platform,
and
or
it's not even totally like you kind of got to mess with the physics in the game to figure out exactly how that works, because it's not cut and dry.
Okay.
Actually, so wait. So if I go, okay, I almost lost the key. Okay, I can't get that over there, but usually I'd be able to grab that light source, flick that around.
But that's just there to let you know where the key is when the level starts. Yeah. Okay.
Let's see. Oh, I already futzed up this puzzle. Oh no, wait.
Oh, so you can jump on that stuff even though it's
Right. So this
technically part of the wall.
Yeah, so the nice part is you'll have these giant sections, and you'll have there are different areas where the light source will move. Like you'll put it in some trophy area, and it moves along. And even though they're huge walls that normally you couldn't have gotten into, because the darkness had overtaken it, now that becomes a platform.
Right.
And you'll see like this kind of goes up and down, because it's actually following the light source that's produced. So
cool.
it leads to, the way you solve the puzzle is probably not the only way to solve that puzzle, because there are probably ways to kind of break the environment in the ways that the game wants you to in order to do that. So this is one of the cool ones where when I pull this off, that's manipulating those three sort of pedestals at the front, and you want to do this one at a time in order to bring over. And see if I was to let it go for too long,
then they'd all fall.
They'll just fall.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
but it is really nice. It does have that Super Meat Boy-ish, just start over. You screwed up. Don't worry about it. And it's nice that it tells you when you've totally boned the puzzle, so you know to just stop.
Yeah.
Hitting your head against the wall, trying to find a solution to something that doesn't exist. And this game has some really ominous, fucked up sounding.
Yeah, you had it going for a while yesterday, and it was just it created a weird vibe in the office.
And the door should be there.
Okay, so it's not always get key, open door.
Nope. Sometimes it's literally just get to that section.
Cool.
All right. So here's an example of one. And the crazy thing is, once these start getting more complicated, you start forgetting, like, all the things that you need to do, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, in order to get to the end of the puzzle. And the amount of times I have, like, done something like this, it's like, all right, I'll grab this key, I'll leave it here. And then, now that key's gone. You can move these.
Okay.
And then you can kind of get a sense for the... So a lot of times there's huge parts of the world that have nothing to do with how you're supposed to solve the puzzle.
Just kind of cool looking thing if you know to look for it.
And then, so you almost have to, like, create your own platform sometimes, because... Let's see, but this one I won't have to. But you'll create your own gaps that you have to kind of jump through.
Uh-huh.
So now this one, because... you set up the light, so that shines it on there, because otherwise
you couldn't.
If you move this back,
yeah.
I'll jump to one of the more complicated ones. That's sort of the base. I'm not sure how much these mechanics change in World 2 and 3. I got real stuck on level 22, which is why I haven't gotten to the other worlds.
Like, okay, let's just record this thing.
And also, it's a puzzle game, so showing too much of this stuff
you don't want to reveal.
You see the kind of base mechanics. All right. Let's see, where was I last? Okay, I'm trying to figure out the one that was really messing with my head.
This one you did eventually finish.
Yeah.
What are the above the door has little icons? Is that just you? Obviously, the stars, you finished it, but then one of them had a different icon. Is
that means there is a secret
item?
moth that usually requires you to do something a little above and beyond.
Okay.
I mean, usually they're pretty obvious. You see that moth, you just figuring out how the hell you're supposed to get that moth is a little trickier. Now, can I remember how to do this one? Even though I already did it.
Cool.
Okay. There's some of the weird stuff. Some of the physics is kind of funky. Because you can't drop things once you pick them up.
Oh.
But that's only for certain areas. So once I've done this, I am sort of...
You're locked into the key.
I'm locked to the key.
So you kind of have to make that the last thing you do before you...
And also, if that wheel gets in the wrong spot, then it won't work. Okay. I'll take this.
Whoa.
Yeah, so you kind of float on this water. You can drop your little guy, which kind of lets you move around if you need to.
What happens if you swim into the darkness? You just die?
That just becomes a...
Okay. Right.
Oh, shit. Fuck! God! And this happens constantly in this game where you've already solved one part of it, and so your mind starts thinking 3 steps ahead.
And then you blow like the early part of it over and over again.
And you blow it over and over again, and it's I mean, it's really funny because you end up just creating this platform so you just continually fall through. But it's not the first time I've done that. Okay. So this one, so the door's over there, so I gotta make sure I have that path. But I'm gonna have to. The only other part of this stage is this. So there's no way to come through here, so I have to somehow make my guy be able to come through that path. So send that there. This. That should give me enough space.
Oh, wow.
Oh, but wait. The thing is, now that I have that light is lighting all of that, I have no way to get down there.
Right.
Because if I try and go down this
down to the water, you have no way to get back across.
So you have to do stuff like this and create gaps for yourself.
Right.
So stuff like this, you can jump into the darkness so long as you have a spot at the bottom. That's not going to be an issue. Back up here.
Oh, so once you're out of that area, you can drop the key again?
Yes.
It's only in that spot. Okay.
It just can't be. Yeah, those little X marks means that you can't drop items.
Okay.
But you can drop them anywhere else so long as they have a solid place to land on.
Okay.
All right, we'll give.
Is the game good at introducing those mechanics to you?
This game explains nothing to
you.
You are just dropped into this world.
So when you first have those X things light up, you're like, what?
I mean, it's pretty clear. There are giant X's, and you can't drop items.
Okay.
So.
Not that hard to figure out.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, well, this is the one I was up to. I'll give this a shot. But these ones were proving pretty tough. See, I've already found that. And that's the fun part is when you get to these more complicated ones, is just playing with seeing what happens, because once you've done this, well, I've lost that. Now there's no way to get back to any of those locations. If I can, what I can. But if I move it this way, I can recreate the lighting on that. It's over here. Oh. Oh. Ah. Okay. Now. Oh shit. Shit. Stay. Oh, God, that should be enough for the door.
Well,
all right. Well, I have solved the puzzle. I'm not going to do that again.
Move that all the way over.
Now I need to move those 3 boxes in place. You jump from box to box. But yeah, that's closure like that. It expands upon those sorts of mechanics. I'm not sure how much that changes from the other worlds, but it's fun.
That's cool.
It's $15, which maybe is a little much for this kind of game.
I mean,
it's really well done.
That seems like a lot of levels.
But yeah, you are talking nearly 100 stages. Trying to get all the secret stuff are additional puzzles kind of on top of that you don't need to do to get through the stages, but they're really fun to try and figure out.
Yeah.
But it's an exceptionally well-designed puzzle game. So if you're into stuff like that, if you like games like Braid, you're gonna like a game like this because it just does a really good job of turning each of its mechanics on its head, and it's just really fun to mess with. I love when you can sort of break worlds, and that's
Right.
encouraged. And it's just cool that you can do that now. That it's kind
die
of
on the
what this
level
game is
select
all
screen.
about.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Neat.
So that's Closure is out on PSN now, $15, and I want to say they were saying it's gonna come out on PC and Mac eventually. I mean, when I judged this for the IGF, I played it on a PC.
Right.
And I
so
played.
that exists somewhere.
Yeah, and I played Limbo on a PC long before it came out on PC
Right,
proper.
yeah.
So I would say even if it's not coming out on PC yet,
It probably will.
These games usually come out
Yeah.
on PC eventually.
Makes sense.
So it's out now. Thank you for venturing into the dark with me, Jeff.
Anytime, Patrick.